Hey guys, welcome back to Ashley's Homestead Adventures. It's evening time. It's after work. I just got done getting the dogs some exercise. The Chihuahua's wound up in the background. Everybody's panting and excited. But I do have some stuff to do in the kitchen before we can go out and do evening chores. So I am going to flip you around and show you what I've got as far as in the hobby bakery that I have here. I've just got a couple loaves that I need to shape, and you can see we're still playing in the background. And then my sourdough starter has grown and I just need to discard and refeed her. Basically, I'm just growing her for discard right now. So, and it just makes her stronger to feed her back to back to back a few times. So here she is, and you can see she's risen all the way up to here and is now dropping. And she's nice and bubbly, so I'm gonna go ahead and discard her, feed her, and put her probably in the fridge, I think. And then I have these 2 loaves. These are just original sourdough, and they need to be shaped and put in the Benetton baskets. And that actually, there on my breadboard, is the recipe for the 2 loaves that we're gonna be working on tonight. Let's see. Need nearly that much, I don't think. Maybe a touch overproofed. Not bad though. Not bad at all. Oh, that one came out pretty good. Okay, now these will go in the fridge overnight and I'll bake them in the morning. Okay, so for Cheeky here, we're just gonna dump her into this bowl and weigh her up, and then I'll cut her in half and then get her fed. And I'll probably just, because she's gonna go back in the fridge, so I'll probably just cut her in half, and then like right now she weighs, 208, and so we'll just say I cut her to 110, and I'll feed her 110 in flour and 110 in water, stir her up and put her back in the fridge. So I ended up cutting her to 110. And now this is now my new discard jar, and this will go in the fridge and we'll use it in discard recipes like cookies and sandwich loaves. So I put 110 of flour in there and 110 of water. Now to break that down even more for you, I put 70 wheat flour in and 40 all-purpose flour in. So I did feed her heavy wheat flour this time, just for her to endure her time in the fridge. And you guys, you can do that. I mean, you can totally feed your starters different flours. You don't have to just do all-purpose flour. You can totally feed. There's people out there that have rice flour starters. You know, there's people out there that do all kinds of crazy things. I mean, I think I've seen pea flour, and I've seen oat flour, and I've seen all kinds of well, hold on, I need a wide mouth jar, which apparently are not abundant in my household. I guess I need to go out and get some out of storage. But you can feed your starter different flours if you so desire to. I find that if I'm feeding my starter with a 1-to-1 ratio, which I actually have just changed that to where I'm not always feeding it a 1-to-1 ratio, meaning if it weighs 110, that I feed it 110 water and 110 flour. I have now changed that when I'm going to bake bread. But when I'm putting her in the fridge like I am right now, I'm still doing a 1-to-1-to-1. But that being said, a long time ago, I started feeding my sourdough starter wheat flour at least 50%, because wheat flour it has more food in it. It has more nutrients in it, and so it takes longer for the wild yeast in our starters to eat the wheat flour than it does to eat the all-purpose flour. And so I was finding that my starter was going acidic in the fridge a lot faster than I wanted it to. So when I started feeding it wheat flour, it would last a lot longer. And of course now Cheeky can last, I have never left her for more than 3 weeks in the fridge, but she can go 3 weeks in the fridge no problem without me feeding her. But with that being said, I also bake with her pretty frequently when I am home. When I am baking, so she does get fed a lot. And this is a lot of starter. This is not necessary. It is not necessary to have this much starter. You can have very, very little starter and then just feed it when you are wanting to make bread. I am making discard right now, so that's why I have a ton of starter, is because I'm making discard. And also I sell my starter, and I still sell my starter in the solid liquid form. I don't sell it in the dried form yet. I don't sell it online, and I don't sell it to anywhere other than at the farm stand right now. So it isn't for sale to you guys yet. Unfortunately, I cannot mail her yet. I have not tested her. However, I do have some of Cheeky dehydrated here, and this was actually a Mr. Wonderful idea. And so she is dehydrated here. She's been sitting on my counter. We've been making sure that she's good to just sit on the counter, and she's been on the counter for well over 6 months now. And so I just need to run a test run with this, and then I will hopefully start dehydrating Cheeky and be able to get her out to you guys, which will be kind of cool in the future. So anyway, Cheeky's fed. She can go in the fridge and chillax until I'm ready for her again. Okay, let's go feed the chickens. There's the bugs. This is vitamins and electrolytes with lactobacillus, which ironically, lactobacillus is also found in sourdough. So they actually already get that, but due to the recent events of them being under attack by predators and also the way that they look, I have decided to go ahead and heavily supplement them for a little while and see if I can't get their overall, my flock health built back up. There's a lot of chickens in here that are extremely healthy, but there's also a lot in here that they don't look as good as I'd like them to. So these are the two things that I am putting in their waters right now, and it is not their only source of water. They do have their waterers have fresh clean water in them that doesn't have this supplement, so they can choose. I'm a big believer of letting animals choose what they need, and so this is in their pools, in their bowl waters. Oh, that's a pretty basket. Look at that. Isn't that pretty? Look at that. I hope I'm always the girl that will get excited about pretty eggs. We just added teenage barred rocks to this group, so therefore we're dealing with some poop in the nesting boxes. And I do not like poop in my nesting boxes, so. Oh, the rooster drama is real around here. Oh, Suave, I got your back, brother. Okay, girls. Now you, hey, fat white lady and little brown lady. Come on. Thank you. I bet you can't wait for Effie to get home so you don't have to tolerate that. He's like, oh, it's so embarrassing. All right, ladies, I'll see you in a few minutes to lock your doors. We are gonna go back out here to behind the chicken coop and just go ahead and set the trap. It's already baited, but I triggered it this morning so that if I did let the chickens out to pasture graze, which I never got around to doing, that a chicken didn't go in there and hurt themselves. We had that happen, and so now I just trigger the traps so that the chickens don't hurt themselves, and so I just need to reset this trap, which is not hard. They make them pretty foolproof. already baited, so should be pretty sensitive. There we go. Hopefully we get something. If it comes around. I actually, if I'm being 100% honest, hope we don't get anything, because that means that there's nothing coming up around my chicken coop, which means that there's nothing that is up to no good. I don't mind. We've got some woods over there. We've got, a nice little gully that runs in between the two property lines of us and our neighbor. We only have a little tiny 5 acres, so it's not like I have all, hundreds of acres or anything. But even on my little 5 acres, that whole wooded area and the little ravine, my pastures, if they want to come up and they want to, eat field mice or scavenge my berries, eat my blackberries on the fence line, as long as they stay out of my garden and they're not up here killing my chickens, which at this point, if they're up here around my chickens, they've got bad enough intentions that they are guilty by association. So that's why there's only traps up here next to my chicken coops. I don't have traps set all over my property. We do sometimes set traps on the other side of my property on the line, which is actually right behind my neighbor's chicken coop. If she sees something on her camera, I will set over there. But that is the only places that we set, is around our chickens. If there's something around our chickens, we hope to catch them. But if I'm being really honest, I hope to not catch anything, because I'd really rather them just stay out there and do raccoony, possumy things. I'm an animal lover. I don't want to trap these things. It's just that if they are around my chickens, I am trapping them. At this point, they're guilty by association, and they have killed enough of my chickens that Mama ain't playing anymore. So hopefully we don't catch anything. But if anything comes up around and is up to no good, there's marshmallows in that there cage for them, and they are more than welcome to have a little snackety snack in the trappy trap. Hey turds, you guys ready for some food? Oh my word, the water's nasty again. You guys. Alright, be good. I'll be right back. Hi, Sourdough. Are you being good? Nobody's jumped out? You are one cool chicken. I'm gonna catch you. Show you the people. I know. Look at how neat this bird is. Look at those colors. I know. I hope you're a hen. I do. You look like maybe. I don't know. Ran out of chick starter the other day, grower. And it was Saturday after all the feed stores that are nearby, which aren't close, they're still 30 minutes away. But I had plans to go and get some grower starter. Well, they all closed at 3 and I didn't get off work till 4, so I went down to my local little feed store, and they don't carry anything other than that little tiny bag of starter. So we're just using it up. I'm thankful that they had something, because I dropped the ball, and sometimes that happens. Okay, those guys are all taken care of. They're almost ready to go outside. Got quite the mixture in there. I can already see that we've got at least probably 3 roosters at least. But got some neat looking birds. Huh? Yeah, it's gonna be cool to see you guys in the sunshine. Yeah. Just can't seem to catch up. It's so funny. I say this all the time. When you have a multifaceted life like I do, I mean, I've got the dog grooming business, I've got the nail trimming business, I have the farm stand, which revolves around the farm, of course. And it's really only as much as the farm and I are able to provide. And I have YouTube, of course, my YouTube family. And then I have my normal farming chores, you know, taking care of the animals, mowing the yard, string trimming, pulling weeds, you know, which you guys know how caught up I am on that. It's funny how, you know, like some days, today was a great day in the groom shop. Like, I made 3 new dog appointments, which I can't remember the last time that I made appointments for 3 new dogs in one day. It's a big day. Had a full day of grooming dogs, and it was just a great day. Business was good today in the groom shop. Very, very productive in the groom shop. But I got off work and just felt like I was just behind on the farm. And I wasn't wrong. I mean, I am not going to get much done on the farm today besides basically not the bare minimum, because I don't ever like to call my chores bare minimum. But, basically, I'm going to get done just the chores, just the feeding, watering chores. I'm not even going to get my stalls cleaned today, which really bothers me because I was all caught up on that. But I'm also a great big believer in allowing yourself, if you are someone who has a lot of irons in the fire like I do, giving yourself the grace and allowing the wins where you can find them. Nobody on this farm is mad at me or upset that I'm behind or thinks that I'm not doing my job properly, besides me. I'm the only one that is judging myself. Pops isn't judging me. He's laying behind the camera right now, happy as a clam, because he knows he's got a cookie coming. Chickens aren't judging me. They're like, hey, thanks, Mom. Thanks for cleaning our beds and bringing us food and our new nice tasty water that you've been giving us lately. We really like it. You're going to find out here, I've got 4 horses that are all staring at me that are going to be happy as clams to have their evening grains with all of their health beneficial supplements that they get. And they're not mad. They're not angry because I'm late. They see me. They see me here running back and forth. They're not worried. They've never gone a day without being fed. They're not worried that they're not going to eat. They're not worried that they're being neglected. They're not worried that I'm behind. I'm the only one that's worried that I'm behind. I'm the only one that says that I'm behind. Nobody here says I'm behind. No, nobody is yelling at me that I'm behind, besides me. So I'm a big advocate of, I'm trying to be a big advocate for myself. And now I do try to push it outwards onto you, and I do try to put it on, you know, Facebook and be inspirational in that way of giving ourselves some grace. This morning on my Facebook page for Ashley's Homestead Adventures, I put out there, bring the same inspiration and beauty to the day that the day brings to you. And so I have to stop myself sometimes and be like, hey, stop it. You are the only one right now who is judgy. You are the only one right now who is mad. You are the only one right now who is anxious because you think you're behind. So stop it. Stop it and bring inspiration and bring beauty and bring peace. Celebrate your wins of your day, your great day. Love on your animals. And stop worrying about being so darn perfect. Because, you know, at the end of the day, when I look in the mirror, God knows I ain't perfect. But that doesn't mean that we're not beautiful. Does not mean that we're not good. Just not perfect. And it's okay. Not meant to be perfect. It makes the world a beautiful place. All the flaws that we have, it makes us all different. Oh my goodness. Didn't plan on getting sappy today, but here I am. Stuck in the middle with you. Just talking about how not impatient you were. My beautiful patient animals. Chances like, yeah, well, I'm losing my patience, Mom. I know you're in there making my dinner. Where is it? This is just salt. Just salt. Okay. Here we go. Let's do this. Oh, motorboat. Motorboat, motorboat, motorboat. Hey, Miss Joanne. First thing in the morning. So anxious. That is my drip line hose to my the Groom Shop flowers. So it's watering my Groom Shop flowers while I'm watering horses. at this moon, you guys. Look at that. That just so hard to see it. It gets so grainy. That's more what it actually looks like to me. It's beautiful. And another day is gone. I hope that the day was beautiful for you guys. And if it's the beginning of your day when you're first seeing this, I hope that you have a beautiful day. And just remember to give yourself some grace, recognize your wins, and praise yourself for your accomplishments. Don't beat yourself up over the small stuff, you guys. Life is way too short. I'll catch you on the next one. Yours truly.